District Attorney Fani Willis snapped at House Republicans as she says that they cannot subpoena her. Now, to make the situation even worse for her, she again plays the race card. To date, Donald Trump's defense team, together with Republican lawmakers that have criticized Willis, has not alluded to her race. There's no instance where it was used against her. As far as people are concerned, Fani Willis is facing a battle with facts, not with race. Much how it was proven that she and former lead prosecutor Nathan Wade had an inappropriate relationship before they came after Donald Trump, or about how a whistleblower tried to warn her about her office planning to misuse federal grant funds. A whistleblower that she chose not to side with. In fact, she even fired that poor woman. But still, Fani Willis wants to make it about race. And according to her, she has no plans to show up for any kind of investigation into her use of taxpayer funds, adding that she's not going to cooperate at all because these people in office, they don't have the right to subpoena her. Here's what she said about it recently.
I don't care how many times they threaten me. I will gladly leave this place knowing that I did God's work.
All right.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis got the blessings of a handful of church leaders on the steps of Big Bethel AME on Auburn Avenue. They likened her work to that of the late civil rights icon, John Lewis.
There's one person that I know who's gotten into some good trouble.
All right.
It's Fani Willis.
Yes,
Your name will go down in the annals of history, both in heaven and on earth.
In the middle of her historic indictment of former President Trump for allegedly conspiring to subvert the results of the 2020 election, she's also running her own re-election campaign. She didn't comment on Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade's new interview Monday, but she did slam a Republican-led state Senate committee investigating any use of tax dollars during their relationship. The chairman promised a subpoena to make her testify.
First of all, I don't even think they have the authority to subpoena me, but they need to learn the law.
Fulton Commission Chair Rob Pitts appeared under subpoena on Friday. I asked DA Willis if she'd go on her own accord.
Will you appear, yes or no?
I will not appear to anything that is unlawful. And I have not broken the law in any way. I said it, I'll say it amongst these leaders. I'm sorry folks get pissed off that everybody gets treated evenly.
And guys, just a little while ago, I actually spoke to the Republican chairman of that committee. He again reaffirmed that he believes that he has the right to subpoena her, and if she doesn't show up, she could be held in contempt of court.
And just so that we're clear, it's House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan who's saying that he's willing to hold her in contempt of court. That is, if she refuses to show up. But here's the question. If Willis is so confident that she and her office did nothing wrong, then why doesn't she just testify? Wouldn't that silence all of her critics? Now, some analysts believe that she's afraid to testify, and it's because she doesn't want to perjure herself yet again. Just to refresh your memory, this is about a federal grant that's almost $500,000 that was provided to the DA's office. This money was supposed to keep kids off the streets, but a whistleblower revealed that Fani Willis's office planned to use this money to buy computers and to travel. It's also been revealed to us that Fani Willis pretty much has free reign over their budget, a whopping $36.6 million budget. Part of that was supposedly used to pay prosecutor Nathan Wade almost $1 million within a year. And here's the thing, officials in Fulton County said that they have no oversight when it comes to how Fani Willis uses this money. Fulton County Commissioner Rob Pitts and Fulton County Chief Financial Officer Sharon Whitmore, they were forced to admit that they have no idea how much she spends on professional services. They have no idea who she hires and how much they're paid per hour. At the end of it, analysts say that Fulton County is like the Wild Wild West, where finance officers are left to leave it to the honor system, hoping that Fani Willis isn't lying about how she uses taxpayer funds. Now, the DA is saying that people are pissed off because she's treating Donald Trump like any other criminal, saying that everyone is treated the same. However, she fails to realize that she herself seems to be above the law, because she's telling people like Jim Jordan that they have to learn the law and that they have no authority to subpoena her. Doesn't that sound a little bit hypocritical? And there's something within this event that was not covered. She actually did talk about Nathan Wade. However, it doesn't seem as if she mentioned him by name. In the homily, Willis stated that her critics attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials, a black man that she says she chose because he's been a judge for more than 10 years and who has been in private practice for more than 20. Since none of the people who are in Willis's office other than Nathan Wade can still have a private practice, it was clear that she was talking about him. She even said that some won't ever see a black man as qualified as this one was. However, no one's questioning the color of his skin. We're questioning his experience, because she can give us all these years, but the fact of the matter is that Wade has never prosecuted a felony case, but she thought that it was worth it to pay him $650,000.
Without naming him, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis addressed the controversy surrounding Special Counsel Nathan Wade while speaking before the congregation at Big Bethel AME Church over Martin Luther King Day weekend.
I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do, paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one.
While that may be true, public records obtained from Fulton County show the amount each were paid differed substantially. Records indicate the DA's office paid Special Prosecutor John Floyd's law firm, Bondurant, Mixon, and Elmore, close to $73,000 between 2022 and 2023. Special Prosecutor Anna Cross's law firms, Cross Kincaid and the Cross firm, were paid a total of roughly $90,000 during the same years. Over the same time period, Fulton County records show the DA's office paid the law offices of Nathan J. Wade more than $650,000.
Those figures sound radically off, but if he did the vast majority of work and they were just consulting, those figures may be accurate.
That's Emory Law School professor John Acevedo, who says it's not uncommon for district attorneys' offices to hire special prosecutors for complex cases, like the ongoing RICO case, where former President Donald Trump is among those facing charges.
This means that this is not about race, and it never was. This is about the odor of corruption, because again, she gets to decide who she hires. She doesn't have to get that pre-approved. She can hire at her own discretion. And the same can be said for the wages of that employee. Wages that the people of Fulton County have paid for. And that's the problem here, because she just keeps trying to play the race card when it's always been about corruption. It's always been about the lies that they both have said under oath. It's about their credibility not being worth as much after those lies were made. But of course, we're still awaiting on the Georgia Court of Appeals because they approved Donald Trump's request to investigate the ruling of Judge Scott McAfee that would affect Willis, the one that kept her on this case. And just to remind you folks, Judge Scott McAfee has time and time again warned the DA about her use of the race card, saying that it's illegally improper. But what does she do? She uses it every single time her reputation and actions are questioned. McAfee also said that providing this kind of public comment, it creates dangerous waters for the DA to wade further into. And get this, guys. He said that it's possible that the defendants could move for a gag order to be imposed on Fani Willis. How insane is that? And just put the final nail in the coffin here. Donald Trump's legal defense attorney, Steve Sadow, he commented on Fani Willis's excessive use of race during these proceedings. Steve Sadow said that some people will never be able to respect African Americans and or women as their equal and counterpart. He then said that this burden is something that Fani Willis has not experienced. That's gotta sting. Sadow basically put her in her place and gave her the hard truth. But what do you guys think? Is Fani Willis making sense here? Or is she just trying to get away with corruption by playing the same scenario over and over and over? Now, as always, you guys are free to your own opinions. I'm just here to provide you guys with the details and the facts to keep you informed. Before I go, I just want to thank y'all for hitting the like button for the video. Thank you for sharing these videos on Facebook, Twitter, and social media, and I'll see you on the next one.